You're at with Slowpoke Racing with the Ultimate Racing League, and you join us for a brand new season of the Wednesday night one make challenge. As you remember, we were in the Red Bull Juniors a couple of weeks ago. We finished that season, and we start the next one tonight, which is the Peugeot 908 HDI. It's the Group 1 or GR1 car, so a lot quicker, which should, as I say, prove to be quite a challenge. We've got 2 leagues. Each league will run a 60-minute race. Each race you must use all compounds, so that's hards, mediums and softs, unless of course we get the dreaded wet stuff, in which case inters or even wet could be called upon. Tyre wear for this one is ×4, fuel is ×4, so the guys will need to keep an eye on that fuel gauge as well as their tyres. Race 1 is at the Nurbergring on the Grand Prix circuit. As I say, this is week 1. Because it's week 1, we have a mixed lobby, usually two lobbies, as I say, 2 leagues, but due to holidays and technical issues, we couldn't get everybody into both lobbies, so we've joined them both into the one, which is great because we've got a starting grid of 16, which is fantastic and should prove some great racing. So we'll get on with it. The guys have been out and done their qualifying laps, and their positions on the grid are determined by that on the qualifying. So we'll have a rundown from pole down to 16. As you can see, on pole position we've got Wadru, we've got Neil Farmack in second, we've got Wayne G in third, Derview on fourth, Kennedy fifth, Love Rocket Rods in sixth, we've got Admin seventh, Biggie in eighth, Stealth is ninth, Smoky Tom in 10th, we've got Grasshopper on 11th, Slowpoke taking up 12th, C Brown 13th, Dizzy Rip 14th, Graham Alley 15th, and the Big Mac 16th. So those of you who've been tuning into the Red Bull Challenge, you will recognise quite a few of the names there. So you know we've got some fast guys on the track. There may be some names you don't recognise, probably even faster guys. We shall see. So without further ado, we shall get this race underway. As I say, it's a 60-minute race. We may have to shorten it slightly. We shall see. We'll see how we get on. So let's get them lights out and get the guys underway. And we are off for this first race of a brand new season. We can see Neil Farmack and Wadru battling away already. Oh, who's that's just taken a dive through the middle there? It looked like Derview, although I think he was a bit late on the brakes, and that's put him back quite a few places. I'm just going to go back and have a quick look at that. So we can see Derview, he started in 4th. I think he saw a gap, a bit late on the brakes. Yes, it's just pushed him too wide there. He just couldn't brake hard enough. He's ended up down in 7th. That was unlucky from Derview. He saw a gap, went for it, and it's cost him, unfortunately. So let's go back up to the leaders for now. So Neil Farmack has managed to nick the lead off of Wadru. So we've got Neil. Again, for those of you who've tuned in before, will recognise the name and will be used to seeing him out in front. Wadru close behind in second. We've got Love Rocket Rods in third, Wayne G in 4th, Biggie and Derview 5th and 6th. I know Derview's just made a dive on Biggie. Has he made it stick round the corner there? He's going the long way round. No, Biggie's Derview's on the gravel there. He's managing to hold on to 6th though. Biggie keeping his 5th spot. Derview pushing hard at these very early stages. Let's just have a look. He's on the racing softs, which is probably why he wants to gain a few spots, try and get out in front, get a bit of extra time, so that when he does have to switch to the mediums and the hards, it won't eat away this time too much. We've got Admin in 7th, we've got Kenny D 8th, Grasshopper 9th, Smoky Tom and Brownie in 10th and 11th. We've then got Stealth 12th, Slowpoke 13th, Dizzyrit 14th, Graham and the Big Mac in 15th and 16th. So we're quite closely bunched at the minute, although Neil trying to stretch his legs a little bit, trying to get a little bit of a gap on Wadru. Neil on the racing softs to start. We're on lap 2. This is quite a short course. When you're in these cars, as I say, they are very quick, these Group 1 cars. There's the BOP or the BOP is on for this race, so no tuning allowed. The only assists you can have are brake bias if you choose to use it, and obviously traction control, which I'm sure some or most of the guys are using. As I say, there's a lot of power in these cars. You get a bit keen with your right foot and you're in a mess. So let's just get down the pack. Let's make sure what's happening. We've got a bit of a gap going on to Biggie in 6. He's been challenged now by Admin. Trying to get very close to him. He's just going to make a dive on Biggie up the inside. Biggie managing to hold on to that spot for now. Kenny now putting a challenge on Admin. Coming into the chicane. Oh no, what's happened there? Admin got that completely wrong. Let's just go back, make sure there was no contact or anything. I think he was just got on the, he's on the inside of Kenny D there, just coming up to this chicane. I think that was just a braking error there from Admin. That was unlucky. I think he's tried to take it a bit too quick. He's having to wait now for the other cars to go by. You can see Slowpoke there going through in 11th, Dizzyrit 12th, Graham's come through in 13th, Stealth 14th, Admin manages to just rejoin in 15th, and he's got the Big Mac behind him. Some of these guys, this is the first time of actually racing these cars, so it will take a bit of getting used to. It looks like Neil and Wadru though have got used to them straight away. You will have noticed, of course, for the sharper eyed amongst you, that these are all Le Mans style liveries. So Love Rocket Rod's there under a lot of pressure from Wayne G. Wayne G making a move. They're going to go side by side down to the right hander now coming up. Wayne G's got the inside line. Hard on those brakes, manages to make it stick. Love Rocket Rods isn't going to let him go though. He's going to try and stick behind him. Love Rocket Rods on the racing mediums. Let's have a look. Wayne G on the soft, so Wayne G should have a slight advantage. Well, as I say, Love Rocket Rods isn't going to let him get too far away, is he? Just slotting him behind his Derview again on the racing soft, so I'm sure he'll want to take that spot, that number 4 spot, away from Love Rocket Rods and try and open a bit of a gap. Then we've got Biggie and Kenny D in 6th and 7th. Biggie choosing to run with the softs to start with them. Kenny D on the mediums, doing well to keep up with him, holding his own in 7th at the minute as they're coming up to the start finish line to start lap 4. We've got C Brownie in 8th, he's also on the softs. Oh, Smoky Tom, he's picked up a penalty there. I'm just going to go back and see what happened to Smoky Tom. Well, it must have been a track limit for Smoky Tom. It must have been, it's only half a second, so I'm guessing I'm not going to go back too far. He's being challenged by a Slowpoke though, being put under a bit of pressure. Smoky Tom though choosing to run with the hards. He's going to try and get rid of those hard tyres as quick as he can. Slowpoke on the mediums, put it in a challenge. They're going to go side by side now down the back straight. Across the start finish line, they start lap 4. It looks like Slowpoke's got the inside line coming up to this very tight right-hander. So he can get on the brakes. Oh, and Smoky Tom has just managed to get his nose in front. I think Slowpoke may have just eased off a little bit there. So these two having a good battle here. Smoky Tom doing a great job on the hards as well. Although Slowpoke's pushing him all the way, he's trying to force an error. I think when Smoky Tom serves that half-second penalty though, the Slowpoke will be able to nick that 9th spot. Oh, and Smoky, what's happened to Smoky Tom there? Oh no! He's fantastic pirouette. So we've gone round the S's. It may just be a case of a bit too heavy on the right foot. Yes, it was. He's across the track onto the grass, and there we go. Put a 2-2 on him, and that would be a fantastic pirouette. Unlucky Smoky Tom. That's going to put him right back down in the pack on the hard tyres as well. That's giving him oh, that was a bit of a dodgy re-entry onto the track there. I'm sure the Big Mac will be there'll be a few words coming out of that cockpit, I'm sure. He had nowhere to go, straight into the back of Smoky Tom there. I dread to think what he's saying now, things like, oh dearie me, look what you did, or words to that effect. So let's go back up to the top then. So Neil still out in front, trying desperately to pull away from Wadru. Wadru's having none of it. He's not going to let him get away. They're both on the racing soft, so they will be keeping an eye on those tyres. Although they do look like they're giving them some abuse, they're not holding back. But these two are pulling away from Wayne G. Wayne G in 3rd spot. He's under no pressure at the minute. You can just see Love Rocket Rods in the distance. Love Rocket Rods has got Derview all over him, so let's go on board with Love Rocket Rods. You can see in his mirrors to the right there, and just behind him he's got Derview coming in fast. He's going to be conscious of that. Ooh, a bit of a slide there. Like I say, these cars have got quite a bit of power. You have to be very delicate with that right foot. There you can see Derview trying to force an error. As we take this long run now towards the chicane, a sweeping right-hander up the slight hill, then it's hard on the brakes. Into this chicane, there is a slight sausage there on the right, and if you do catch that, it will throw the car off balance. You can see Derview having a quick look up the inside there, and now it's going to be a sprint. Derview, I'm sure, will be trying to get in the slipstream. Is he close enough? Pulls to the right. He's got the inside line. Oh no, he couldn't quite. I think he just turned a bit too early there. That was unlucky. Derview. He's pushing hard. Let's go down. We've got Kenny D. He's on his own at the minute, under no pressure. Just take his time. He's on the racing mediums. His tyres look okay at the minute. Same with C. Brown, under no pressure. He's on the racing soft. Some of these guys, there is no pit window, so some of these guys may be pitting very soon, especially the guys on hards. I'm sure they'll want to get rid of them as soon as they can. Biggie, see Brown in the distance. He's trying to catch up with him. What's that, Brown? I was just going to say, I thought I saw somebody, some dust there. Let's have a look. What's happened to Brownie here? So he's took the left-hander, he's just got on the curve. Oh, he's just pushed it a bit too wide onto the grass, into the kitty litter, across the grass, and having to rejoin. He's going to have dirty tyres now. He's trying to stay out the way. He's just had admin pass him. He's now got Slowpoke coming up fast. Yeah, I think Brownie's got dirty tyres. He knows it. He's just trying to move out of the way. Let Slowpoke and admin get by. So Slowpoke on his own pretty much, chasing admin. We've got Stealth in 11th, Graham in 12th. Both having steady races. Stealth on the mediums, Graham's on the hards. Having a good race on the hards, but I'm sure he'll want to get rid of them as quick as possible. We've got Dizzy Rip under a bit of pressure now from Grasshopper. Both on the medium tyres. Grasshopper, has he got him going up the hill into the chicane? Yes, it looks like he has gone across that chicane. Grasshopper's made it stick. That was a good move there. Just better on the brakes, I think. So that's dropped Dizzy Rip now down into 14th. Smoky Tom in 15th after his little moment he had when he came off the track. Not got rid of those hard tyres though. I thought he might have pulled in by now. He's just crossing the line to take start lap 7. And then we've got the Big Mac bringing up the rear in 16th. Come on, Big Mac. You can do... Oh, no. Get that traction control turned up. So back up to the leaders then. So Neil and Wadrow opening up quite a healthy gap now. The two of them. I don't know if they're working together, or just Wadrow can't quite get close enough to Neil to put a challenge in on him. Neil's tyres starting to show some wear. Same as Wadrow. They are wearing about the same, both on about just over half a tank of fuel as well. You can see Woodrow's put in a fastest lap now of a 1:43.4. So these guys aren't messing about. I'm not sure whether Wadrow's quite happy to just sit there behind Neil and get a free tow, or he would actually like to take that spot away from him. I think he would just like to sit there, put Neil under a bit of pressure, get a bit of a tow, save some of the fuel. We'll go back to Wayne G now in 3rd. He's on his own. Very lonely race for Wayne G. Again on the racing softs, it's not looking too bad at the minute, although they are showing signs of wear. Love Rocket Rods in 4th. He's got Derview still chasing him. So these two still having a little battle there. Love Rocket Rod's doing a fantastic job. He's on the mediums against Derview on the softs. And Derview just cannot find a way past him. So let's just have a look. Derview tyres, a little bit of wear, nothing really too drastic at the minute. Obviously Love Rocket Rod's tyres are a bit better. He's on the mediums. He seems to have used slightly more fuel. But these two having a great little battle there. Derview trying to get as close as he can, get in that slipstream, maybe make a move on the back straight. So coming around the sweeping right-hander. Now can he get close enough? Let's just go on board with Derview just for a minute and have a look. You see he's got no pressure behind him. No, he can't. He just can't get close enough to Love Rocket Rods there. Hard on the brakes. This track is not that wide, so overtaking is quite difficult actually. There's only a couple of spots you can do it, and you've got to be very accurate when you do. Let's just get down the pack. Kenny D in 6th position, having a good race so far. You can see those two battling just in front. He'll be trying to get up behind them. They'll want to join in that. Got Admin in 7th. He's on the racing soft. Some of these guys, as I say, they are going to have to pit shortly. We've had 15 minutes of this race, another 45 minutes to go. As I say, all 3 compounds to be used, unless we get a drop of the wet stuff, which I don't think we are. We've got Biggie in 8th. Again, having a bit of a lonely race. Slowpoke desperately trying to catch up with him. Slowpoke on the mediums, tyres looking very good. Exactly half a tank of fuel left, so he's good for another few laps yet. We've got Grasshopper in 10th, Graham 11th, and Stealth in 12th. And then we've got Smoky Tom 13th. Oh, he's pushing hard now, Smoky Tom. Still on those racing hards. He may be looking at doing a long stint on them, and then finishing the race off with the mediums and softs. I know some of the guys are desperate to get rid of their hard tyres. Brown in 14th. Again, under no pressure. Same with Dizzy Rip, the pack pretty spread out now, with Big Mac in 16th. What we'll do then, we'll go on board with Neil in a minute and follow him round the track. Wadru now doing a 1:42.6. is the fastest lap, but he still cannot get close enough to Neil Farmack to make a move if he wants to. As I said before, he may be quite happy to just sit behind him, get a free tow, save on fuel, although it does look like he's used a bit more. But let's go on board with Neil as he starts his 11th lap. As I say, this car very twitchy. You get a bit keen with your right foot, and the back end will spin out. I'm sure Neil's got the traction control on. Even the best of us need that. I mentioned if you tune in for the Sunday races, it is rumoured that Neil does stand in for the Stig, or used to stand in for the Stig every now and then. Some say he never takes his helmet off, and he's fed through a series of straws. We just know him as Neil Farmack. Doing a great job of keeping this 908 under control though at the minute. I think he's going to take these tyres as far as he can take them. Just have a look, you can see we've got Wadru in the back. Just seems to be stretching away at the minute as we're coming up the hill towards the chicane. Well, let's see how he takes this. Just catching that sausage. As I say, you get across that sausage, it will unbalance the car, and if you put your foot down too hard, it will spin you. But there we have a quick lap from Neil. He does look like he's opening a bit of a gap there to Wadru. Likewise, a big gap now to Wayne G, all on his own. Can he see the guys in front? No, not really, and he can't really see anybody behind either. A very lonely race for Wayne G at the minute. Let's just have a look. He's on the racing softs. Fuel not too bad at the minute. Derview now in 4th. He's managed to get past Love Rocket Rods, or has he? These two have been having a battle since the start. Kenny D has managed to get work his way up to the back of them. He's going to want to join this party now. So Derview finally making it past Lovelocket Rods into 4th position. Although Lovelocket Rods doesn't want to let him get away. And now we've got Kenny D in his mirrors. As you can see to the right there, you can see Kenny D getting ever closer. Ooh, Derview getting a bit wide there. Is that going to let Lovelocket Rods creep up a bit closer? I'm not sure if he's concentrating on Derview or Kenny. Oh, Derview getting all over the place there. Oh, he's not took that very well at all. And Lovelocket Rods has come into the pits now. He's going to get them medium tyres off. Let's just go back up. Let's have a look. So Kenny has managed to take 4th spot away from Derview after Derview got it all wrong at the chicane. Lovelocket Rods has pulled into the pits. That's going to drop him down now. Derview having a look at Kenny there. No, he's had to pull out of that one. Have the tyres give up on him? Not yet, but they will do shortly. He's going to have to come in as well. His fuel looks like it's getting very low, as I'm sure most of the guys. Oh no, Kenny's doing alright for fuel. I think he's been doing a bit of fuel saving. He's on the mediums, so he could probably get at least another 2 or 3 laps out of this before he has to pit. Derview will have to come in pretty soon. Let's just have a look. Slowpoke's managed to make his way up to 7th. He's on his own. He's got. He can't see anybody in front of him. Lovelocket Rods must be a good 20 seconds in front. We've got Admin in 8th, also on the mediums. Oh, his chain must have come in. He's changed, brand new tyres, full tank of fuel. So Admin has already been into the pits and he's come out in 7th. We missed that. Apologies for that. So he's going to be looking at getting on the back of Slowpoke now, chasing him down. We're trying to get a bit closer because when Slowpoke does come in to change his tyres and refuel, although the tyres are looking pretty good, Admin will want to take that spot away from him. We've got Grasshopper in 9th. Again, he's got no pressure from behind at all, so he'll have one eye on Admin as well, although he's not made a pit stop yet. Graham in 10th, having a little battle with Biggie. Oh, that looked like Biggie had gone off there. Let's just go back. Oh, Biggie's had a complete hash of that one. I think he's pushing too hard. You can see he's desperate to take that spot away from Graham. Up on the curb. Yeah, I think he's just gone too fast. Onto the gravel, spun him across the track. And now that's going to put him right back now by the time he rejoins. He's getting blue flagged as well. I'm not sure. Is that, let's just go all the way up. Is that Neil? Neil's, it looks like he's lapped Smoky Tom. Oh no, he's about to lap Smoky Tom. Neil and Wardrobe still haven't pitted, I don't think. Neil certainly hasn't. Let's just have a look to see whether he comes in. Smoky Tom's finally going to get rid of those hard tyres. No, Neil and Wardrobe both deciding to stay out. They're not going to get many more laps. Look at the fuel gauge. I'm sure they'll be coming in at the end of this lap. Wayne G in 3rd. Oh, we've had a... What was the yellow flag for there? I'm not sure. Wayne G in 3rd then. You can see Stealth in the background, but he has been lapped by the front 3. So we've now got Kennedy in 4th. Derview has come in now, practically out of fuel, so he's going to have to fill up and change them tyres. Love Rocket Rods now on the softs. He can try and make some ground up now. Doesn't look like he filled the fuel tank up though. Different tactics for Love Rocket Rods in 5th place now. Derview still sitting in the pit, still wait for that fuel to go in. Slowpoke in 7th. He's not pitted yet, he's going to go for one more lap. We've got Admin, he has pitted. Now getting closer to Slowpoke, he's on fresher tyres. Won't be long before he's in the slipstream and looking at making a move. We've got Grasshopper in 9th, doesn't look like he's pitted either. Smokey now out on the racing mediums. Let's see what he can do on a softer compound tyre. I think he was having a bit of a nightmare on the hards. Got himself back up into 10th. You can see Wadrew's now come into the pits. Neil has stayed out. He must be. Oh no, he's not running on fumes just yet. So Wadrew now. Changing those tyres. Get some fuel back in. You can see he's dropped to 3rd. Where's he going to come out? Oh, Kenny having a little battle with Graham. Graham needs to move out of the way. He's being lapped by Kenny. So has Wadrow come out in front of Kenny? Oh, what's happening there? Kenny, oh, he's managed to get by. It looks like Wadrew's come out. Yes, he has. Wadrew's come out just ahead of Kenny. So Kenny in 4th, yet to stop. Let's just go down the pack because people are being lapped. So Admin getting right up the gearbox of Slowpoke. I think Slowpoke's pulling into the pits now. So Admin will take that 7th spot. Slowpoke in the pits. Yes, he is. Slowpoke's in the pits. He's going to change his tyres now. We've got Grasshopper. Grasshopper having a bit of a fight with the cones there. Let's just see what's he doing there. Has he fell out with one of the cones? No, oh, somebody else must have put the cone on the track because it wasn't Grasshopper. So Grasshopper moving up into 8, Slowpoke dropping into 9, still sat in those pits. Come on guys, get them tyres changed, get some fuel in it. God, these mechanics are slow. Stealth got a blue flag. So he'll be moving. Yes, it's Wadrew coming up behind him. I'm sure Stealth will move and let Wadrew through, although it is a bit of a tricky spot to get out of the way coming out of that chicane. Then you've got this tight right-hander. Stealth will want to stay as wide as he can. Wadrew will be keen to get past, and he has. So that's well done guys. Stealth having a steady race at the minute. He's now on the racing hard tyres. Let's see how he gets on with them. Smokey didn't have a great time. Let's see how Stealth copes with them. Graham on his own a little bit there. And then we've got Smokey in 12th. We've got Love Rocket Rods just about to lap him. Kenny D putting a challenge in on Love. This could get interested now. We've got Smokey in front of these two, but these two are having a bit of a battle. Smokey, we were conscious of that. Yeah, he's pulled up out of the way. Oh no, he's got to turn the corner at the end of the day. I'm sure he'll want to get out of the way as quick as he can, but he's still got his own race to run. Let's just have a look. Love Rocket Rods. I'm sure there'll be some colourful language coming out of that cockpit at the minute. He'll be fully aware of the fact that he's got Kenny all over him. All the while the Rocket Rod is behind Smoky Tom. It allows Kenny to get closer. Like I say, this track is not the easiest of places to overtake. And I'm sure Smoky Tom doesn't want to just slam his brakes on there. He's let him by it. So Love Rocket Rod has made it past Smoky Tom now. Now it's up to Kenny D. Can he do the same? As they approach the chicane, like I say, not the best place to overtake. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to skip forward a lap. So Kenny, as you can see, Kenny's made it past Smoky Tom. So Kenny now in 5th, Love Rocket Rod's in 4th. We've got Wadru in 3rd, Neil Farmack 2nd. Neil will come through and take 1st spot as Wayne G has pulled into the pits to change his tyres. So Neil will now take over. Will Wadru take that? Yes, he will. He'll take the 2nd spot. Wayne G still in the pits. The question is now, will Love Rocket Rods get past Wayne G, or will Wayne G get out of them pits? Yes, he has. He's got out into 3rd spot, so Love Rocket Rods couldn't quite get past Wayne G while he sat in the pits. So Kenny 5th, Derview in 6th. Now on the racing mediums, under no pressure at all. As you can see, nobody behind him. It's my phone ringing, apologies for that. So Derview just got to keep it steady. We've got Admin in 7th, again on his own. Grasshopper's in the pits. We've got Slowpoke it now in 9th. He's on the softs. Let's see if he can make some ground up. Refuel, new tyres. Grasshopper's pulled into the pit, so can Slowpoke take that 8th spot? He will do. He's crossing the start finishing line. We're now on to lap 19. So Slowpoke taking up the 8th position. Grasshopper just coming out of them pits, you can see there in 9th, so he's not going to be far behind Slowpoke. Also on the racing softs, Grasshopper, so this could be interesting. Let's just see how close he can get to Slowpoke. Stealth in 10th, getting the blue flag. Graham in 11th. I think the blue flag must be for Kenny coming through. Smoky Tom looks like he's putting a challenge in there on Kenny, just to try to unlap himself. So Smoky Tom in 12th, Biggie's in 13th. And then we've got Brownie in 14th. Oh, we seem to have had 2 retirements. It looks like the Big Mac. Is it the Big Mac that's gone? It does look like it. And Dizzy Rip, I believe, has gone as well. I didn't see what happened there, but those 2 have retired. So let's have a look. Let's go back up to the leaders then. So Neil Farmack out in his usual spot, leading the pack. We've got Wadru not too far behind in 2nd place. So as we were at the beginning of the race, for those 2, we've got Love Rocket Rods in 3rd. He's got Graham in front of him. He will be lapping Graham. Them 2 are not racing each other, so I'm sure Graham will want to get out of the way as quick as he can. Wayne G is the nearest threat to Love Rocket Rods. He's being followed closely by Derview. So could the back markers hinder Wayne G and let Derview catch up? Let's just have a look. Let's go on board with Wayne G at the minute. As you can see, we've got Derview coming up behind him. We've got back markers in front of him. Oh, he's left that one a bit late. Wayne G, we made a bit of a mess of that one. That's allowed Derview to get right up at the back of him now. I'm sure Wayne G will be conscious of the fact he's got to get past Biggie as quick as possible. Biggie should move out of the way, and he does. Let's have a look. Derview's managed to get through as well. Just have a look at these tight left and rights. Again, get too eager with your accelerator foot, and the back end will spin away from you. Derview getting ever closer to the back of Wayne G. Wayne G looking at another back marker. I think it was Biggie. We shall see in a second. No, it's Stealth. Sorry Biggie, it's Stealth. So Wayne G will want to get past Stealth as quick as he can. Kicking up a bit of dirt there, got his tyres on the dirt, but he's got away with it. Derview desperately trying to get into the back of the slipstream there of Wayne G. Stealth will be looking in his mirrors, trying to find a spot where he can safely get out of the way but also continue his own race. So could this would be it? They'll run up to the chicane. Will Stealth let Wayne G through? Ooh, no, maybe not. Oh, he's through. Wayne G's made it. Derview's made it. Now Derview's having a look up the inside. He's going to be right at the back now. He's going to be in the slipstream, I'm sure. Let's go out and have a look. Yes, he is. Derview in that slipstream. Is he going to have a look on the inside? Perhaps make a late break? No. He's backed off. Wasn't quite close enough. He's backed off. He's let Wayne G go through. So Wayne G still in 4th. Derview in 5th. These two having a good battle here. Let's just have a look. We've got Admin all on his own. Kenny D under no pressure. Slowpoke the same. Yeah, under no pressure. He's sitting in 8th. We've got Grasshopper in 9th. He's been followed by Graham in 10th. Then we go back to Smoky Tom. Made his way to 11th. Again, all on his own, with them Stealth and Biggie in 12th and 13th, and Brownie in 14th. And as I say, unfortunately 2 retirements. Oh, what's happened now? So Woodrow's managed to take the lead. Let's just see if we can go back to see when. No, I'm not going to go back too far. So anyway, Woodrow managed to take the lead off of Neil Farmack. Something must have happened to Neil, surely. Let's just see if we can. No, I've missed that. I do apologise. So Roger's now taking up the lead in number 1 spot. Neil Farmack in 2nd and Love Rocket Rods in 3rd. So Neil has either made a very rare mistake and has had a bit of a moment. Oh, he's all over the place. What's happened to Neil? Perhaps one of his feeding tubes has come loose or something, and he's getting himself a bit worked up. Very unlike Neil. Let's just have a look. Love Rocket Rods he's still quite a way behind, so Neil's not under any real pressure from anybody behind. We'll just go down and have a look at where the battles are. So Wayne G and Derview still having a fight. Wayne G got Stealth in front of him again. That's allowing Derview get even close. Stealth pulling over. I think that was the previous one, so let's jump forward a lap. We are spreading out. We've now had 38 minutes of this race gone. We'll go to the front and we'll check on the tyres. So Wadru now on the mediums, just coming up to half a tank of fuel for Wadru. Looking quite comfortable. Neil Farmack is in second. He's on the racing mediums also. Love Rocket Rods. He's on the softs. Oh, his fuel's looking a bit, well, it looks like vapours more than fuel. So he's going to have to come in, surely, at the end of this lap. That could knock him back a spot. We've got Wayne G in fourth and Derview in fifth, still having their battle. Wayne G on the mediums, Derview on the mediums. So they're going to be looking at moving up into third and fourth respectively as soon as Love Rocket Rods pulls into the pits. Admin in sixth. Just seen Kenny D coming around the corner in the distance there in seventh. Slowpoke in eighth. Under no pressure, looking very comfortable. He's on the softs. Quite a lot of life left in them and a good over half a tank of fuel, so he's got a good few laps to go yet. Same with Grasshopper, he's on the softs. No worries with fuel and tyres. He will be able to see the back of Slowpoke from there, which will encourage him. He will be pushing to catch up. Graham, he's on the mediums. Stealth has now switched to the hards. Smoky Tom now on the softs, although he is going to be lapped by Kenny D. We've got Biggie on the mediums and then Brownie, he's on the hards as well as Stealth now. So let's just... So Love Rocket Rods has come into the pits, was in third, so let's just have a look. Wayne G and Derview have gone through the chicane. They're just taking the right hander onto the back straight now, coming up to the start finish line. Wayne G's took third, Derview's dropped into fourth, so that's knocked Love Rocket Rods down into fifth. He's just coming out the fifth, out the pits now, which has knocked him back to fifth. And he's on the racing hard tyres, so he's going to be struggling to keep up with those two guys. So let's just we'll jump forward a lap. So for the top five, no change. Wadru in first, Neil Farmack, Wayne G, Derview in fourth, Love Rocket Rods in fifth, Kenny D sixth, Admin seventh, Slowpoke in eighth. We've got Grasshopper ninth, Smoky Tom 10th, Graham 11th, Biggie 12th. Oh, looks like somebody's gone the wrong way. Somebody's gone off there. We've got Biggie 12th, we've got Stealth 13th, and we've got Brown in fourth with a 3-second penalty. I don't think I can go back that far, but 3 seconds, that's unlucky for Brownie. All the way down in 14th. That is not going to help his cause at all. Oh, and he's gone off again. Oh, this is unlucky for Brownie. Let's just have a look. Is he on the... No, he's on medium tyre. I thought he was on hard tyres. I think it may be a case of he's just pushing that little bit too hard. Oh, and he's gone off again. Come on, Brownie, you're better than this. Pull yourself together. Deep breath. Think nice things. So let's just have a quick look up at the leader again. So Wadru looking very comfortable out in front. Doesn't have to take any risks. It looks like he's got a good few seconds on Neil Farmer. It's I'm going to guess now about 15 seconds or so, 10-15 seconds on Neil. There's Neil in second. I'm not sure quite what happened to Neil. We missed that, and I do apologise for that. But it's not like Neil to make mistakes. So I'm not sure what happened there. Wayne G in third, still having this battle with Derview. These two, somebody needs to throw a bucket of cold water over them, I think. Derview just doesn't want to let it go, does he? He's going to keep pushing. Let's go on board with Derview. So we're going to go left, then right. So tempting to just put your foot down. As I say, with these cars, you have to let them roll around the corners. You can't be too keen with the accelerator, otherwise the back end will step out. As you can see, Derview gets right up the gearbox of Wayne coming into the chicane, but the acceleration out the other side puts him back from Wayne G. So Derview now can't quite get close enough, can he? Just can't get in the slipstream. Hard on the brakes for this right-hander. Ooh, took it a bit wide there, Derview. He'll be cursing himself there. Take your time. Just round these tight bends, then you can get your foot down. As you can see, just can't quite get close enough to make a move on Wayne G, so he's just going to have to sit there. He's going to have to keep the pressure on, hope that Wayne G makes a mistake. So Love Rocket Rods and Kenny D having a bit of a battle for 5th and 6th. A little bit of lag there coming from Kenny, nothing too drastic though. Loving the livery on that Peugeot from Love Rocket Rods. Kenny D all over the back of him there, look. He's pushing. Has he made a move? Yes, he has. Side by side as they're coming up to the chicane, is it? Yes, it is. Can he manage to get his nose in front? Can he keep it there? Oh, you just got to be careful. Like I said, you have to be careful. Coming out of that chicane, he's managed to hold it. Well done, Kenny. He's got his nose in front. I'm surprised that cone's still there. I thought somebody would have run out and picked that up by now. No safety cars so far, which is good. So Love Rocket Rods now dropping down into 6. We've got Admin in 7th, Slowpoke in 8th and Grasshopper in 9th. Oh, all these three having a bit of a battle now. Grasshopper wanted to take that number 8 spot away from Slowpoke. Slowpoke trying to keep Grasshopper behind him. Although Grasshopper's in the slipstream now. Is he going to make a move coming up to this first turn? No, he can't. So Slowpoke manages to stay in 8th. Grasshopper sitting behind him, being frustrated. Slowpoke defending that inside line. He's saying to Grasshopper, if you want this place, you're going to have to work for it. Let's just go on board with Grasshopper then. You can see he's all over the back of Slowpoke, trying to force an error. As I say, this track, it's not as wide as you think it is when you're on there, and overtaking is very difficult, especially in these cars. As I say, it's very tempting to put your foot down hard. Oh, and you can see that Grasshopper just getting the wheels on that gravel, just threw the car off balance a bit. He's managed to hold it though, maintain his momentum. Getting a bit out of sorts there. I keep getting the blue flag, but it doesn't look like, I think it's Wayne G coming up behind him, but he doesn't look that close at the minute. So has Grasshopper managed to make a move on Slowpoke? Where's Slowpoke gone? Slowpoke's gone into the pits. I thought Grasshopper had gone behind, but Slowpoke's gone into the pits. So with Slowpoke gone in there, then Grasshopper's going to take up the 8th spot. He's now chasing down Admin. It's Wadrow in the back. I thought it was Wendy G. Sorry, apologies. It's Wadrow who's coming up to the back of Grasshopper, and we'll be looking at getting past him as quick as he can. Yeah, it's Wadrow still out in front. Neil Farm, I can say it does look like he's made some grounds on Wadrow though. We've got just about 8 minutes of this race left, so can Neil catch Wadrow up and take that spot back from him? He's going to be pushing hard to catch up, I'm sure. I'm not sure if he's got another pit stop to make, the same as Wadrow. I would imagine they've got another pit stop each to make. Yeah, you can see the fuel gauge on Wadrow's car. Neil Farmack doing slightly better on the fuel, so that may be why he let Wadrow get away. He was probably fuel saving. Wayne G in 3rd. I'm not sure if he's made his final pit stop. He's got just under half a tank of fuel and his tyres look relatively okay, so he may have made his final pit stop. Kenny in 4th. Fuel looks okay. Tyres are okay, but are not going to last many more laps. Love Rocket Rods, his tyres look fine. He's on the racing hard, so they should be. You can see him just lapping Brownie there. Brownie just pulling over to the side to let these guys by. Derview in 6. I think Derview's made his stop, which is why he's dropped right back from Love Rocket Rods. And he's on the racing hards now, half a tank of fuel. He may have to settle for 6 spots here. We've got Admin in 7th. He's on the racing hard, so this is his final stint. We've got Grasshopper in 8th. He's on the softs, so he could be catching up now with Admin. I'm sure that's what he'll want to do. He's got here, flash of the lights. He's telling him, I'm coming for you. I'm sure Admin's not taking any notice of that. Although there's not a lot he can do about it. As I say, with Grasshopper being on the softs and Admin on the hards, Grasshopper just kicking up some gravel there. Let's just stay with these two. Let's just see if Grasshopper can get any closer. So, oh, who was that? Looked like one of the back markers getting a bit out of shape there. Let's just have a look then. We're on board with Admin. You can see we've got Grasshopper coming up behind him. Admin on the hard tyres. Oh, Wadrow's coming to the pits. for his final stint. That's allowed Neil Farmack to take the lead, but I'm sure Neil's got another stop to make. We'll have a look at those two in a minute. Let's just seeing what's happening here. Grasshopper all over the gearbox of Admin. Grasshopper, like I say, is on the better tyres. Admin doing his best to keep him behind. How long can he hold him off for? Let's just have a look. Grasshopper's just going to have to sit there for a minute. Admin hugging that right hand side of the track. He's trying to keep Grasshopper behind him. He's doing a good job at the minute. I think Grasshopper will want to stay tight, coming around these left and then right. Maybe try and make a move going up the hill towards the chicane. Can he get close enough? This is it, the dash to the chicane. It looks like Admin's managed to keep his nose in front. Take your time through that there, well done. Made it look easy. So the next opportunity for Grasshopper is going to be down this back straight across the start finish line. He's got 3.5 minutes. Can he get past? Is he going to have a look? He's having a bit of a cheeky look now, but Admin's closed the door on him. This is great between these two. They're getting the blue flag, but I think that's because Neil Farmack's coming up. I'm sure neither of them will want to slow down and pull over to get out of Neil's way. So if Neil wants to get by, he's going to have to work even harder. Oh, what's happened in front? We've got a yellow flag now. I don't want to leave the action from these two. We shall see. It looked like Brownie, so it looks like Brownie might have just come off the track, trying to get out of the way, I think. Just have a look. I'm just going to stay with these two just for the minute. I just want to see if Grasshopper can make this move on Admin. He is giving it everything. Is he going to have another look again on this back straight towards the chicane? Is he close enough? I don't think he is. I don't think he's close enough to make this one. He's not. Admin's got to take his time through the chicane. Oh, look like Grasshopper got it, but he didn't. He managed to Neil now. Neil Farmack's coming. So Neil Farmack was leading. He's coming in for his final stop. He's got just under 2 minutes. So he's going to do probably one lap on the hard tyres. Where's Wadru? So Wadru looks like he's come out of the chicane. He's going around the final right-hander. He's going to go across the start-finish line. So Wadru will take the lead away from Neil. You can see Wadru's fuel gauge. He is running on fumes. I think he's timed this perfectly. This was good tactics from Wadru. So he's now took the lead. Neil Farmack is now out of the pits. He is on the racing hards. You can see he's put a little bit of fuel in just to get another lap out of it. We've got Wayne G in third. He's quite a way behind Neil. Kennedy in fourth. Love Rocket Rod still in fifth. Done a great job of keeping Derview at bay. Now Derview long way off the back of Love Rocket Rods now. So Derview in sixth. We've got Admin and Grasshopper still battling it out for 7th and 8th. Or has Grasshopper made a move there? No. He's still pushing hard. Oh, he's getting on the grass. He is desperate to take that spot away from Admin. We are just coming up to the 60-minute mark. I'm just going to stick with these two guys now as they go through the chicane. I think this is going to be it. So it looks like Admiral, it's going to be a dash to the finish line now. Grasshopper pulling alongside Admin. Has he done it? No, Admin managed to hold on to 7th, Grasshopper 8th. What a fantastic finish from those two. Slowpoke is going to be bringing it home in 9th. He's had a good steady race and pleased with that. Just taking his time through the chicane, under no pressure whatsoever. So Slowpoke coming home in 9th. We've got Smoky Tom. He's going to be coming home in 10th. You can see Self has just finished in 12th. So well done, Smoky Tom. So Smoky coming home in 10th. We've got Graham bringing it in 11th. Stealth 12th, Biggie 13th, and Brownie 14th. So that was race 1 of the brand new One Make Challenge for Wednesday nights. I hope you can join me next week for race 2, and hopefully we will have 2 leagues, so I can bring you 2 races. So this is Mark for Slowpoke Racing signing off. Hopefully we shall catch you next time. If you did enjoy what you saw, hit that like button. If you want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe.